Thank you for the applause. Before I begin, I would like to thank all of you for listening to those of us who don't usually have a voice in society. We may be the new generation, but we're not given much power, so thank you for that. First, I'd like to start with my first poem type deal. It's called The Power of Words. There's a difference between the words fat and overweight, isn't there? We are more often than sometimes offended when we are called fat, but when we are called we are overweight, we are much less offended, aren't we? We put power behind words depending on how we perceive them. When I was 6 years old, I found that not everyone has something nice to say. That sometimes sticks and stones may be used in, the sticks and stones may be used in the breaking of bones, but words will destroy you. At age 8, my first day in a new school, being over 200 pounds and suffering from a severe speech impediment, I was called an array of names: fat, ugly, freak, stupid. To an 8-year-old with no friends and a family that was never there, I was torn to the very foundation of bone. Every night was slept in a pool of tears, and no sleep was to be found at all. At age 12, I promised myself that the tears I shed were never seen, and therefore should never be shed again. I am now 18 years old, and I have only cried 3 times since that day. When I was 14, I was tired of the pain. So I went into a barn, wrapped an old rope, and hung myself. Now, being 280 pounds, lifted aloft by a very old rope, it broke, snapped. Looking back now, I genuinely smile. It was a turning point for me that day. On that day, I had a revelation. On that day, I found that it was not what people had called me that was bringing me down. It is what I accepted as fact that did. We put power behind words we give meaning to. I have put power behind the very words meant to break me. Someone once told me, thoughts become words, words become actions, actions become habit, habit becomes character, and character becomes destiny. Change the thoughts you have about yourself, and your life will improve. I am 18, I have lived up to a similar policy. I am living proof that we are not what we are called, that we can survive the struggles we face. Like a bow being drawn back, we too are drawn back by the struggles we face. And as physics dictates, the further we are drawn back, the further we must be projected.